This is called the Unearthly Prophecy. I'm a little surprised they didn't call it the Unapely Prophecy as much as they like to beat us over the head with the whole ape thing. Last time, as you recall, Bill and Jeff needed some specialized equipment. That meant finding their capsule in the lake and retrieving what they require. Well, forget it. That won't come up today. We have a whole different task. As you can see, we begin the usual way with nothing happening.
The caverns must be in this sector, General Urkel.
If you're right, we will soon find the Underdwellers and destroy them.
Underdwellers? When did he start calling them that?
Jeff, we've searched a 50-mile radius from the humanoids' caves and found no habitable areas.
It sure is bleak country. Think we can get back to the caves before nightfall? Hold it. What's that?
It's the humanoid who escaped. After him.
The way Bill is standing, when Urkel gets close enough, I expect him to walk up to the Jeep and say, "Hi, big boy, want a party?" He's standing out there in the open trying to see what's coming. As if he can't guess, but we've already seen that these two are dipwads.
They're getting closer.
They must have spotted me.
Oh, for gunny sacks!
You are the master of the obvious.
If they have, we're finished.
Not without a fight.
With what? What kinds of weapons do you have in those backpacks that you suddenly have today?
He's behind those rocks. Soon we'll have him.
General Urkel, should not this discovery be reported to Dr. Zayas?
I suppose we must.
His idea of a fight is for him to run that away and draw them off so Jeff can get away unnoticed.
Hold it. What's that?
Look! Mountains from nowhere!
That is a big pointy rock. You're welcome.
But how?
Wherever they're coming from, they're enough to stop the ape army.
Mountains?
Where do they come from?
The Underdwellers and their cursed tricks. Someday they will pay.
Wherever they're coming from, they're enough to stop the ape army.
Those mountains aren't here to protect us, Jeff.
Right. They're here to shield this thing.
It stopped. Let's take a look.
Hey, a big zappy thing just came out of that hole. Let's go stick our faces in it. While they ponder, the mountains start going back down, and here come the apes.
The hole. Come on.
We don't know what's down there.
But we do know what's up here.
That may be the first truly intelligent thing I've heard him say. The apes are concerned because he can speak, but if everything he says is stuff and nonsense, he's not much of a threat. Stick him in a cage in the zoo and call him a trained minor humanoid. The apes have gotten past the disappearing mountains and the humanoid is just gone, vanished in an instant. Well, he's not the main target anyway, the Underdwellers are. And who, pray tell, are they?
It's a long way down.
We may as well start.
It's some kind of reflector.
Yes, an energy system.
We know they aren't apes, only humans could have developed all this.
It's metal. A pipe of some sort.
Of all the padding techniques used in this series, these long pans across nothing are the most irritating. You wait and wait and wait for what's going to come, and in the end, that's the payoff, a sewer pipe. We'll endure at least 3 more of these pans, and they aren't any improvement over this one.
It's the ruins of an ancient civilization.
It must be thousands of years old.
A civilization with a place called Wall Street, which they haven't noticed yet.
Wait a minute. That's English.
New York Public Library.
Jeff, this is Earth.
No duh, it's Earth. That's what they were screaming toward in the first episode, so I don't know why he thought they'd end up anywhere else. And while we're on the subject, isn't it convenient that they always crash in the remains of New York where there's so many easily recognizable landmarks? If they landed in eastern Montana in the summer, they'd think they were on Tatooine. They spot 2 humans in blue robes and follow them.
It's huge.
Look down there. It's a power plant of some kind. They must draw power from the reflector we saw. But are they friendly?
What's that?
In layman's terms, we call that a bell. They're chanting USA, USA. Anybody want to guess how to spell it?
The whole complex seems to be connected to this module.
It's like a throne, Jeff.
And these are the output cables.
We'll need to remember that was shoehorned in there. USA is a tree?
It's Judy!
Judy! Judy! It's us!
Hey, Judy! It's us! Bill and Jeff!
By the way, everybody down here can do that. That was Krator, their leader. He's here to give backstory.
When the fires destroyed the Earth long ago, we sought the safety of the underground. Our ancestors were forced down into the darkness. We have never returned to the green world above.
Tell him, gentlemen.
But what have you done with Judy?
Our writings told us she would return to fulfill the prophecy. We observed you when you brought Usa back to us.
They must have made this statue of Judy when we didn't return. We're trapped by our own past.
That chant. Here's where it came from. They call her USA.
She's supposed to lead them back to the green world above, vanquish the apes, and make humans the dominant species again. Tell him, gentlemen. They'd rather talk to Judy.
Judy.
Judy, are you okay?
Judy, it's me, Jeff. Don't you remember?
I'm pretty sure I didn't show that. I didn't realize it would come up later. In the first episode, when they were wasting all our time in the desert, she decided she couldn't go on. She gave Bill that ring and said, "If you get out, give it to my sister." Now he's hoping that seeing it will snap her out of this.
You will remain in this cell until you have proven your loyalty.
That was abrupt. I didn't do that. The only thing that came between those two clips was a commercial break. The cell has a force field for a door, so they're stuck.
I come to free you.
Judy!
The ring did bring me back to reality, but I had to pretend to remain Usa, or Krator would have known.
You're all right.
Yes, but Krator's power is very strong. Sometimes...
Judy! What is it?
Nothing.
He still has some kind of power over her, so I suggest you keep an eye on her.
Now, quickly. I will disrupt the main power source. That will break the force field here.
How will we know?
The lights here will dim.
If she's their great returning leader, shouldn't she have access to the open button? Disrupting the power supply is absurdly easy.
You! What are you doing? Stop! Don't!
That did the trick. The force field is down and the boys are free. But there are a few things our pastlings don't know.
There it is! A path to the below world!
A big chunk of that power went to projecting an image of a mountainside to hide the entrance to their caverns. Said image just winked out.
Our defenses against the above world are in danger. Prepare the chair of power.
Krator, your power is not limitless. You will deplete your energies.
I can sustain the defenses for a short time, until repairs are made.
Now we know why they crammed that bit about the chair in somewhere.
What is this? Do my eyes deceive me? Or is it the trickery of the Underdwellers?
A bit of both, actually. Illusions are their only defense. Our heroes hopped that little rail car and have started towards somewhere that the people don't all wear blue robes. But Judy is in bad shape. We can deduce that Krator is drawing energy from her. This flat car sequence goes on for 4 minutes. We have blue guys shooting Zappo rays at them and Krator throwing up various illusions. But since Jeff broke the brake handle, they couldn't stop for any of them if they wanted to. And then there's this. A 23-second pan across nothing. But it's worse because about 30 seconds from now, we'll see it again. They've reached the end and can see light ahead, but Judy is completely drained.
Judy!
Judy!
Don't go!
Don't go!
And when we say completely drained, we mean body and all. Krator has the power to teleport her back to where he is and enslave her mind again. The boys have found their way outside. They need to get back to Nova and the others and find a way to communicate with them if they're going to deal with the apes and get Judy back. And we end with raw symbolism. How literary. This feels like a knockoff of the Star Trek episode with the Yangs and the Combs. American ideals so badly perverted they're unrecognizable. That leaves me with a big dilemma. I can't decide which one does it worse. Close enough. I expect come on, I can say expect. Good grief. Apes have gotten past the the what?